Welcome back. There is no need to pity the North anymore because they thought they had sense, but right now, they who are the hunter are now getting hunted by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In the period of 2023, they thought Tinubu was a vegetable they will easily control and manipulate. But in the 2 years of Tinubu, what we have seen is so interesting because Tinubu, the first step he took was to decentralize the aviation, the military aviation center in Zaria. For over 60 years, he decentralized it to all the 6 geopolitical zones. And what we have today is Tinubu using his new, you know, test screening method. They have been able to relegate northern dominance in the custom service. We all know what the customs are. The customs are in charge of importation, exportation, they are in charge of the borders. I mean, these are the people who are almost in charge of what we call some level of territorial integrity. They are the ones that will take care of how arms go in and go out, drugs, all these things. And for many years, we have always known that the North are the ones that dominate this sector. In fact, everything that has to do with military and paramilitary, the North have always been the ones that dominate it. But in the last 2 years, Tinubu has shaken it. And it is interesting to see the North coming out here to cry that what Tinubu is doing is not to ensure Nigerians are united. He's simply doing everything to push regional supremacy. And for that reason, they will ensure that they take him down and he doesn't win an election by 2027. You see, not be us put enough for this problem. It wasn't the South that put you guys in this mess. But now that we are in this mess, if the North fail to do the right thing, okay, the right thing is to supporting another Southern candidate. But if they think that the South, the collective South, will push aside their sentiment, their ethnic sentiment, their religious sentiment, and go vote for Atiku, they are joking. They are joking. If they believe the Southerners will always stick to the politics of merits, we are the ones that always look for competence. If they believe that, okay, the Southeasterners, they've not always voted for ethnicity, they've always voted for capacity. On this one, if Atiku and his co-travelers fail to step down for the right guy who should defeat Tinubu, and this is a man who is from the South, a man who has vowed, then everybody will hand their vote, okay, like a pack of cards. They will hand it to Tinubu that continue to strangulate them, continue to relegate their dominance using your high level of bigotry until the North begin to cry for secession. Because for me, I am no longer preaching competence. I am no longer. Because the North are not ready for competence. They're not. There's one thing the North as we always do. The North will never compromise their northern agenda and northern interest. There's one thing the North will never joke or toy with. Anything that threatens them. And what is that thing that threatens them? That thing is anything that talks about Nigeria can exist in diversity. Anything that talks about Nigeria should stop parroting the mantra one Nigeria without talking about our diversity. The North don't want that. The North do not want the issue going on in Southern Kaduna today. Southern Kaduna that has always been predominantly PDP zone, most of them are saying they will vote to APC. You know why? Because APC is playing to the sentiment of the Southern Kaduna people, which has to do with what? The Christians, the Middle Belt, and whatnot. Tinubu created a federal university for them. In Southern Kaduna, they don't have any federal university. Tinubu gave it to them. And meanwhile, in Northern Kaduna, I think we have about 22 universities. No, look at the contrast. No, look at the difference. So, you, and meanwhile, when Buhari was there, these Southern Kaduna people were crying of marginalization. They were saying that the Nigerian army never comes to Southern Kaduna to protect them. In fact, El-Rufai was saying that Kaduna State will be governed for 60 years on a Muslim ticket. This ethnic, this religious jingoism and whatnot is why you will see people in the South, people in the Middle Belt, who in the recent time have come to that consciousness of what they understand as diversity, of what they understand as a self-worth. Most of these people over the years never saw themselves worthy to get things that are not worthy. But somehow, some way, Tinubu is playing to that sentiment. Tinubu is intentionally playing to that sentiment, appointing an INEC chairman from Middle Belt, which I know will be the same man that will be there till 2031. Are you seeing it? Some people are saying that I support Tinubu. I am simply objectively analyzing the game Tinubu is playing. All the games Tinubu is playing is on the religious and ethnic lines. Tinubu is not playing by competence. He is playing on ethnic lines. Southern Kaduna people are aggrieved. They are not happy with the Northern Kaduna. The Northern Kaduna are usually fighting for the interests of the North. The Southern Kaduna people are more Christians and they align with the interests of the Middle Belt. These are the things Tinubu has seen, he has understood it, and he knows that if he has the vote of the Southern Kaduna, he definitely has the vote of some people in Benue, he has some vote of some people in Plateau. He knows this. He has the vote of some people in Abuja. So he has studied this and he is now giving them appointments, giving them some level of juicy positions. I beg. Why do you think the North will not be sad? About the customs that I said. The list in the South, why the Yorubas have the largest numbers, and this is why I said that Tinubu is only there to protect the interests of his southwestern agenda. Okay? Those minor positions, those little positions, before you can count one Hausa Fulani man, you would have counted about four Yorubas, maybe 2 Igbos, 2 Middle Belt, then you now count one house. The way they take do am kai. The North are now crying for, they say federal character. Thunder fire you. They say federal character. The guy who said this, Inuwa, when Buhari was there, we never saw him become a campaigner and an advocate of federal character. But because in 2025, the problem that they brought home by themselves, an ant-infested log of wood that has woken up in the middle of the night to hunt them. They want to gaslight us like we're not all witness of how Buhari ruled this country, how Buhari administered. Buhari brought another level of bigotry. And Tinubu today has seen that, yes, okay, I go runner. I go what? I go runner. They gave them exams. Go and write your exams. They know that when Buhari was there, Buhari recruited so many Northerners into the customs. Most of them, their exams were waived. They didn't fail them. They were all just, passed. Oh yeah, give them, admit them. Now most of those people now, they were asked to, let us write another what? Qualification exams and promotional exams. Those that failed, go below, they just say pa. The ones that pass, who majority of them are in the Middle Belt and in the southern part of the country, the Southwest basically have the largest numbers. Then we have this Middle Belt, then we have the South and Southeast. Because these are the people who are largely educated. The North are not saying of marginalization. The North are now saying, that the exam should not be so difficult now. That how is it possible that amongst all the people that wrote the exams, just in the North, and the North they are talking about, they are not talking of the Middle Belt too. They are not, see, hand don't touch them. The Northerner now in the talk say, now he say that Middle Belt are no longer North. That he say that after the South is the Middle Belt. That the core Northern people, like maybe I think about 5,000 people wrote the exams, about 5,000 customs. Those that passed, now majority of those people that passed and will be retained are what? Southerners. In total, I think there are about maybe about 1,009 thereabout. Why in the North, excluding the Middle Belt, they are not up to what? 500. I mean, so you can see the contrast. We will not continue to have a situation whereby we will push aside meritocracy when it comes to the turn of the North, or when it comes to the turn of the South, we should now bring no. What we will also do is that when it's the turn of the South, we will bring also what we call what? That regional government, that regional bias. When Buhari was there, he was appointing people based on their what? On their ethnicity. He was appointing people based on the names they bear. So now that Tinubu got there, we should not say that, Tinubu, oh yeah, go and appoint them based on a federal character what? Two can play the game. Two should be able to what? Play the game. Two be able to what? Understand the game. If we all want to be hypocrites, let us play that game of hypocrisy together. Yes. It is totally unfair for a man who have ruled for 8 years, whom you guys felt it was your father, it was your brother, it was your tribal man. You all saw him doing the wrong thing. You all kept quiet and kept short. This man did this for 8 good years. He resigned. Then another man who now came on board, but from another part of the country, another region of the country, he now said, okay, it is the turn of my own people too. They too, I'll move appointment to them. I'll give them all the better, good positions. Then you did not, that just finished enjoying your own share of the cake, now want to no. Now that Ojoro God no like 50-50, God no go vex. Let us all, since we don't want to be serious, since we want to be people that will rather, instead of talking about meritocracy, we'll be saying we are talking of federal character. We'll be talking of something that they call quota system. Then let us continue to play along that line of bigotry. When I give you the position that is constitutional, every other thing no concern you. If in the North, they have Northwest, they have 6 states, and you get your 6 northern senators, and that's it. Because for me, what Tinubu is doing is sincerely a total demystification, a total relegation of the northern dominance, right from the Nigerian aviation now to the customs. And the other day I heard that in the Nigerian police force also the same thing is similarly happening. What Tinubu is simply doing is they give them the dose of appeal that they have always served us for many years. You all should enjoy this side or this taste of bigotry that the North has always felt they are the only one that know how to do it. If you're just joining, please kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.
That's part of why we are discussing this river state. It's like there's absence of common sense on the corridors of power. I think because there are just too many sycophants in Nigeria. The Kano situation didn't need to last one day longer than the day Buhari left. Kano was Buhari's personal prisoner because those people, the Buharis of this world, believe that Nigeria is a real estate that must be held together, it must be united. But you would think that people who claim they have broad minds about what Nigeria is, the diversity of Nigeria, the crisis. Is the first person they would have done. The first person they would have let go is Nnamdi Kanu, because didn't we let go Sunday Igboho? Are we not? Have we burned down Yoruba land? Before Buhari left, I was one of the people fighting for Ezaki. The arguments by those who were opposed to his release was that if he come, he will burn down Kaduna. Zaki's been out of jail now for how long? He doesn't even have time for Nigeria. He has become an international ambassador for Nigeria. He goes to Lebanon, Iran. I've seen him in Iraq. He has not had time to even rebuild his area base. That shows to you that what of some of the fear mongering that happens on the corridors of power is driven by unreasonableness, and that is why I just want to say, look, eventually they are going to resolve the issue politically. Because the political issue is a self-determination matter. There's no court of law that can resolve Kanu's matter. Even if he's found guilty by their own standards, it's still going to be he's a political prisoner forever.
Some people have also said that there are also some political interests, even from his region, who do not want him to be free.
We know that because I was earlier in, I think, 2023, I was part of some conversation to release him. And what came straight was from Imo State, that he can't be released before the election in Imo State, that he will affect them. And after that, everybody kept coming and said, don't release him, and here we are.
All right, we have to go.
The incessant clashes between the herders and farmers in the southwest geopolitical zone of Nigeria has over time led to massive loss of human lives and property. This no doubt has drawn the attention of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, as well as the Council of Fulani Chiefs of southwestern Nigeria, to come forward with some proactive solutions on the matter as they converge on Lagos. Here, the Sakin Fulani of Lagos, who is also the chairman, Southwest Fulani Council of Chiefs, Mohammed Abubakar Bambado, and others present, condemned in equivocal terms the banditry, kidnapping, farmland destruction, as well as all forms of criminality associated with farmer-herder clash.
We charged the security agencies, especially the Office of the National Security Advisor, to be deeply committed to fishing out the criminal element and their conspirator within the host communities, while we charge media houses to report responsibly to mitigate ethnic profiling.
The council will also work with the Ministry of Justice if anybody is apprehended, make sure the law take its cost on him. This is why the council is dragging the attention of cabases and valleys. The issue of installing many kind of leaders in different communities without scrutinizing them ourselves, getting to know the kind of people they are, their character. And these are the kind of people sometimes that aids, that collaborate with the local leaders to bring in different kind of people into our society for their different means of business.
Looking forward, they resolved to collaborate with the development agenda for Western Nigeria Darwin Commission, as well as some security agencies in ensuring safety and security across southwestern Nigeria.
As you heard on news recently, so many people are apprehended in connection with the business of bringing in banditry, especially in Kwara State. And this is why His Eminence, the chairman of the council, is dragging the attention of the community leaders all in Southwest. They should be able to scrutinize and collaborate with this council in making sure they get the right person at the position.
Others include collection of data of cattle farmers across Southwest for proper documentation and developmental planning purposes, revival of nomadic education, inclusion of Kwara State for joint solution, as well as outright ban on the violent activities associated with carnivals of Fulani community across southwestern zone that often leads to loss of lives and severe injuries. Obiunume, AIT News, Lagos.